It's just because, like, yeah, I'm
5
Australia. I
seconds
love the
remaining.
underdogs.
Hurry,
we always have, we
hurry.
always will. Like the guys who can come and go, you know what?
Reserve
Screw the
time.
odds. Screw everything else.
Time.
I still love the fact, like, the last time MVP won up against an
Virtus
international
Pros
team
turn
Team
to
are
pick.
now picking.
outside of Korea was actually on the 1st of July up against a very no-name Indonesian team. And before that,
MVP
they've never done it.
Phoenix's turn
Well,
to
picking.
pick.
They were in Star Ladder.
But they never won a game in Star Ladder.
Oh, you mean won a game? Yeah.
Yeah, they've played international teams, definitely, but they've never won a game until they hit the international. And now I like this. Bristleback and Wisp, with an Ember Spirit, they have actually got so much survivability. A Centaur going up against a Bristleback, I'm wondering if Centaur's burst damage is
10
going to be
seconds
enough
remaining.
to actually
Seconds
kill
to
the
pick.
Bristleback. Because once Bristleback like, starts nasal gooing, as well as getting like the
5
cool stacks
seconds
into the
remaining.
Centaur, it's the
Seconds
Centaur who
remaining.
has to basically run away.
Well,
I suppose he's got ultimates.
Yeah, he did. I think the ultimate is really what they're
Reserve
picking
time.
him for because
Time.
we saw a very positional game from MVP. Like, you had the Warlock staying very far back. It's very important that he doesn't get caught out. It's very important that he gets to use his ultimate. And when you play teamfight, AoE teamfight
Reserve time.
game lineup like that, like for example this game, Enigma,
Virtus
you don't want him in the front.
Pros
You want him to
turn
come
to
in,
Team pick.
and when you have heroes like Centaur, suddenly it gets so much more difficult to position your team around that. So I think this is actually a great
MVP
pickup, and now we're going to see a
Phoenix's
Shadow
turn.
Fiend.
Loving this game!
Shadow Fiend is amazing against Bristleback because, as well as Wisp, these heroes are so lacking in armor, Shadow Fiend's going to just shred them apart.
Dread
Turn
Ranger
to
Man? Okay, I wasn't really expecting that one.
Yeah, VP loves to run
I know Illidan likes it, but in this game, I would see so many problems for a Dread Ranger when you have an Ember Spirit in the field as well as a Bristleback.
Wait. I remember a lot of
10
tree.
seconds remaining.
10 seconds.
I just tabbed out to Twitter
5
and K-Pop
seconds
Tosa says,
remaining.
"You're reading the stats
Hurry,
wrong.
hurry.
You're reading the stats wrong. They've been picking trees and Lich for days."
Reserve
Okay,
So,
time.
disregard completely what I said.
Okay.
0% pick rate is a lie.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good,
So,
'cause I was also worried about that too.
yeah, no, that made no sense. I was like, what?
I was trusting you,
Yeah,
Louis.
okay.
Last
That's-
time,
all
man.
right,
Last
okay.
time.
No. So the reason they banned Drow Ranger, and I actually know what I'm talking about now. The reason they banned Drow Ranger is that they love to run Treant, Lich, Shadow Fiend, and Drow as a combo.
Okay.
Quite a bit, because it gives you a ton of right-click damage early on.
Phoenix's turn
Make
The
all
Drow
the wrong
supplements Shadow
choices.
Fiend's damage insanely well. And obviously, Treant and as well as Lich give everybody so much tank ability. And again, forget whatever I said about the 0% pick rate about Treant Protector.
No,
K-pop gave me stats, and I read the stats totally wrong.
And I'm
Sorry,
guessing
guys.
there's a lot of Treant Protector in that
Yes,
as well.
there was a lot of Treant
Yeah,
Protectors.
Because like the normal thing, like I was calling that before, like when I saw the Treant Protector, it's like it's Centaur
10
or
seconds
it's
remaining.
or it's
10
Brewmaster
seconds.
offlane.
Yep.
And they banned the Brewmaster, so it's very obvious what
5
they're going to pick coming into
seconds
the second
remaining.
phase.
Seconds
My major
remain.
problem I have for VP right now is like Treant and Lich are a really great combination ever since like Frost Armor was also
Reserve
changed.
time.
So you can apply this to the
Time.
towers. So it's really difficult for MVP Phoenix to actually force towers down. Like and
that
they-
was all the hype, right? When the two hero got changed together, it's
Yeah.
like, oh my god.
But then we saw like the ultimate kickback on that. It's like, yes, our towers never go down, and you sit there going, wait, I can't kill this. It's supposed to do now. And
Virtus
this is something which
Pros
I'm feeling is a
turn
problem.
to
But I think
picking.
MVP just says, screw your problem. We're just going to go for full-on team fight now. So they get SK, Enigma, Bristol, and Ember, and Wisp. Now, before we actually go in, we start talking about the lanes of MVP Phoenix, because this could also be very different.
Playing farming carry supports, essentially.
I'm really not sure about this. I would really want to be about this, and this is what before we started this. Centaur, I've seen him more and more times. In VP, I remember I actually cast like 4 games in a row of Virtus Pro, and it was one of the most painful things. Like having a colonoscopy check would actually probably be less painful than this. It was never getting to a Blink Dagger on the offlane. They couldn't do it. It was like Brewmaster and Centaur, and Smile tried it 4 games in a row, and he just could never get there because he got shut down too much. Even with tree protection, he still went down and never got the farm. And Centaur's kind of like switched into this role of playing safe lane, so he can farm up a quick Blink Dagger and come into the fight. Now I'm wondering if
10
this Illidan
seconds
Dazzle
remaining.
is
Seconds
meant
to
to be
pick.
up on the top lane. It's actually meant to
5
be
seconds
VP
remaining.
running like
Give
some
Sepsi.
aggro
Hurry.
with this
We'll find
to
out soon.
buy that extra space.
We'll find out soon. The other kind of difference is that we're gonna not see Farev play Ember Spirit. Generally, when they have Ember Spirit on the team, he's always the
Prepare
first
for
person to
About
play
a
it.
minute to enjoy
But he's gonna go back to
your
Bristleback.
time.
So
Savor
it's gonna
it.
be QO playing it, and he's actually gonna go to the safe lane. March, perhaps going mid. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you,
Snap.
K-pop.
Nah. Well, we do at least get our lanes now, so it will be Jotum down here on the bottom lane as a support tree and protector. And joining him on that bottom lane, it actually will be Illidan. So Dazzle will remain on the safe lane. That puts Lich in towards the middle lane with the SF. Lich will obviously move up towards the top lane, and this is actually really smart from VP. Their dual lanes they can run are actually really, really good. MVP, okay, they're checking level 1 Roshan. Yeah, but their dual lanes are really good. Like a Lich and Centaur. Centaur's pretty hard to kill off as it is. But if you got Lich holding the creep wave back with continuous denials and harassing Frost Blast, that lane's actually really difficult to kill. The only downside is you do, like, you split up the experience a little bit more, and it takes a little bit longer for the Centaur to come properly online with his ultimate.
Yeah, it's also a lane that doesn't really do much for the rest of your team. For example, you're not going to roam your Lich away to gank, right? Because he's not exactly the best ganker. So essentially you're saying, alright, I'm going to have one good lane, I'm going to get some experience, I'm not going to get killed, but the rest of you guys, yeah, you're on your own. So I'm not sure whether you personally like that. I personally rather like supports that roam me around, doing a lot of work, creating space here and there. But you know, they're choosing to play a little bit more statically in the early game. We say that though, it's actually gonna NS. He eats the creep top, and he's gonna roam or go to the L lane. Okay. I think I like this choice a little bit more. But that goes back to what you said earlier. Smile, if he's gonna get that early blink, it's so vital that he does for the team.
Yeah, this is my only major concern for VP's early game. The mid game for me though is really freaking scary as far as like what MVP can do. I also just want to double check, Scriff, man. Can you actually like just give us a smiley face drawing on the map right now if you can like hear us properly? That's all I really want to hear. So I guess I'm on camera with him. Yes!
Yes!
Awesome!
Right.
We have Scriff on board.
That was a great smiley face drawing.
It was
10 out of 10.
It was. Like, all right, we'll have art classes later.
So mid lane, Shadow Fiend versus Bristleback. This is not exactly your the mid matchup.
What is the range of that Quill as well? Like, God's actually getting hit up on this. Like, he's fighting from inside the river, and he's still able to hit up towards the top. But I'm wondering just how well Forever's going to deal with it, because he's going to run out of mana pretty early on, and then the Soul start to build up for the SF, and SF will gain the advantage here in the mid lane.
Yeah, at a certain point, he could also start raising to harass and get CS, maybe around level 3 for the Shadow Fiend. I mean, the mana issue shouldn't be too much for Forever, because he could get a bottom. But you can see the Magic Stick being delivered out for G, because a Magic Stick against a hero that spams spells is actually much stronger than a bottom. What's going on, Toby?
I'm really liking that stack already. I know we had a lot of this. Like, it takes you back like 2 months ago, back when like Atizi was playing nothing but like that SF, and it's just mass amounts of stacking. And they're going bottom top lane. They're going on Heen. There's a hoof stomp. Marja's with him. Where is this Burrow Strike from Heen? He's not actually gonna let it go.
Yeah. I mean, it's no harm, no foul.
Yeah.
The thing with Centaur is because the mana cost is so high on that Husam, he's out of it. He's out of
Forev's life points, man. Like, while all that was going up on top lane, like, Forever and God have basically beat each other down. Forever needs, like, bottle or something, or... Like, what would you actually build on this Bristleback in the middle lane to survive?
You need bottom.
They'll need to be?
Yeah. Not so much, I mean, getting the rune and getting your mana regen's nice, but you have to take the runes away from Shadow Fiend, or he'll just stomp all over you, and G's already stomping all over him. And G's one of those players that, if you let him wrap away
top lane, they're coming in. There's your tether. He backs up. Getting up the Burrow Strike, and then they could follow through with a Searing Chain. But, okay, Smile? No, dude. I really love his aggressive nature. I really like. This is at least like I know he's going out of position where if he got killed, would be like, oh, Smile, what the heck, man. But in this scenario, I'm actually happy to see him being aggressive.
He's actually relatively safe because he knows Heen. He walks up straight up double edge. Heen doesn't have boots. He does. So even with the tethered movement speed increase, he's actually relatively fine. And if he actually gets this pull off, which he does,
pull on the top?
Oh my god, that's so much experience being denied. So you can see that Kyo's coming around to help out. But yeah, all of this is actually very well played by Smile.
The aggro came back in again.
Oh, are we gonna see
heavier crack?
He's gonna come through, but look, he's so slow. He's actually not gonna get in. But here comes a stomp. Can they actually get out of that? The tree heal is gonna come in. Kyo's diving in though. The fire's burning. I think Sprout's gonna be dead. First one's gonna get one, and Kyo has it. Nicely done by him.
Get back past the tower. But
he's fine.
He's got the creep wave with him. He's running himself away.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
is under siege.
Wait, got Teto across.
It also seems we got a nice little thing. Like Valve have given us like real-time broadcaster camera access here, but it looks like clicking on heroes doesn't seem to have any kind of effect. So we're gonna do this manually.
Yeah.
The man, this is, I love this from Region as well. He's being so
Radiant's top
aggro into the enemy
tower is under
jungle.
attack.
See,
Is
one
under
thing
siege.
too, which is we've got to try and flag as like a massive surprise, is the fact that Enigma is not just in his own jungle. We've seen this time and time again for the past like 2-3 weeks, where Enigma just farms faster than anybody else on the field.
I mean, he's the offlane and jungle at the same time right now.
Yeah, it's like you're multitasking him. It's very unusual.
Yeah, and here comes the tree with the haste.
Yeah, bottom lane. They're gonna have a crack here at Region, so already with the lead state as well as the Porton, they get the heal from around. It was only 2 units though, and Region trying to back himself down towards the tower. He at least made him work for it, but with a hasted tree, you just can't run from that.
Yep. So, we talked about how MVP Phoenix not afraid to switch heroes around. Notice that our carry player March,
Dyer's
he's actually playing the
bottom
Wisp
tower
this
is
team.
under attack.
This team is quite deep, I want to say, in terms of Dota knowledge and mechanical skills. And this is a good time to say that MVP Phoenix, all of these players played Dota for like 6 or 7
Dyer's
years.
bottom
Our
tower
bottom
is
tower
under
is being
attack.
I'm a
attacked.
player. He's only played like 2 to 3 years of Dota, but they're very experienced in this game. And I think they're getting a lot of discredit to say that, man, they're noobs in this game. They're definitely not. And it's showing you here as they're putting MVP Phoenix on, putting Virtus Pro on the ropes.
Movement coming up towards that top lane. The Wisp is coming back up again. Now there's an Observer Warp, but March is coming up through the river. So again, they're trying to get close enough to Smile, and maybe this time around Smile, he actually waits it out. So Burrow Strike to start with. The Flame Guard's up, he needs a Searing Chains, and he got it too. Smile had to stay here, and now he's just trying to double edge. he was trying to kill off Heen as well as going down. I think he accepted his fate there. Now Forev actually caught out in the top river. God's chasing him down at the moment. There goes one range, but he's got too much range on him. And with the back to him as well, any kind of physical like attacks will go to nothing. And on the bottom lane, I want to give massive praise to Enigma, still having a really, really good off lane.
Yeah, he's actually denying his own Eidolons, or at least trying to. The one thing I do want to point out is that even though this game seems like it's, pretty standard, your off lanes are dying here and there, it is so bad for Virtus Pro to lose their off lane, because if you think about the game, about 15
Dyer's
minutes,
bottom tower
who's
is
actually
under
going to
attack.
initiate a fight for Virtus Pro?
Yep.
You need that blink on Centaur, or your team, your entire team, is doing nothing.
This is what we're talking
Dyer's
about, man.
middle tower
And
is
this is
under
why,
attack.
like, maybe
Tower is
Smile
being
should be on the safe lane. Now, bottom lane, they're having a crack here at Region. The poison's already gone, and there's TP support coming in.
Everybody's
MVP, they're in too deep right now. Malamut's done Illidan's dead. Like, Heen's coming in at the moment. He's got himself, well, what's this? Yeah, there goes Burrow Strike. Takes out John. At least he's really working overtime. Region, he's got conversions available, but no Malus was done, and they're into the corner. There goes your Enigma. Now God comes in with a couple of rages. The Shallow Grave.
Double slaying.
He's gonna himself a double kill. It's gonna be an extra follow-up kill as well. VP, it really looked like they were in a real rough position there with MVP TPing in, but VP brought a lot of
Dyer's
support in very
bottom
quickly.
tower
And
is under
DDSF, what the hey?
A couple of things went terribly wrong there. SVG will take that tier 1 tower. If he gets the last, it will be amazing for him, and he does. First thing is that there was
Bottom
3
tower
teleport
is in
scrolls that was
pieces.
used. Only 2 came in. I believe Centaur was the one that canceled Ember Spirit's TP on the top lane. And if Ember Spirit got in that fight, it would have been amazingly a different turn of the fight. Also, Burrow Strike was meant to hit 2 heroes. It hit 1 because he only had a level 1 Burrow Strike. That thing has no range. And as a result, they couldn't kill the tree. They couldn't kill the Dazzle thanks to the Grave. And with the good rotation coming out from G, not only did he get experience for a couple kills, he get the tower
Dyer's
last
bottom
hit.
tower
I mean,
is under
G,
is being
you
attacked.
give him a Midas, you give him a lot of early game gold, he is going to be unstoppable.
Well, they just did, man. That's a quad stack he's taking out right now.
With the
Dyer's
Midas.
bottom
With the
tower
Midas.
is
Bottom
under
tower
attack.
So,
under fire.
huge injection. Huge injection. His net worth now 4.4k, 4.5k. When he dropped? He dropped his bottle head, it dropped down for a moment. This is something where MVP, like, okay, God's getting big. I appreciate this. I understand what's going on there. But I'm still liking the MVP fight more than I am the VP fight. Just because of, like, the fact you've got this Lich as well as Tree. If they don't get their combo, like, really nicely done on MVP, it's not going to be enough. Now, top lane, Smile, this will be his 3rd death. Searing Chain, oh, he missed it! Yes, he missed the Searing Chain, Centaur on, he's going to go, and he's trying to run himself away on this top lane. He'll be successful.
Yeah. A pretty key survival there, and
Radiant's
also...
top tower is
Top
under
tower is
attack.
under
Sorry.
siege.
Maybe here
Dyer's
comes the
middle
TPs,
tower
it's Illidan
taking
coming in.
damage.
He's got no creep wave to really work with. While the conversions are here, they've got the pushing power. And looking for Rev. He's coming in through the rear, and they want to try to get. Now Searing Chains over on Illidan. They're looking for the kill over on him. The Shallow Grave will keep him alive for now. Smile. Forev will get rid of him. Illidan, 65 life points. The tower goes down, and a double kill for Forev. This Bristleback for MVP has worked wonders in game number 1. And when you give him a double kill on the top lane, 8 minutes 30 in, you know he's going to do some heavy lifting in game 2.
I mean, game 1 he was pretty silent for the most half
structures
of the first game, right? Like he was just kind of farming away. But this game he's roaming about. He's actually getting kills. So I share your same worries for Virtus Pro. What exactly is gonna Virtus Pro do in this mid game? Like you need that big combo to work, but how do you initiate that big combo? You need a Blink Dagger on Tree and on Centaur, and they're not getting any time soon.
Top
tower is being attacked.
And speaking of Blink Dagger, Heen is, well, he's 700 gold on the bottom lane. He's getting his jungle stacked here and there. He is going to find his Blink, in my opinion, faster than the support Tree, so I think MVP Phoenix is coasting right now. They're happy.
I would agree, man. I don't think MVP is also on any pressure. Like, that's one of the things that we were saying like for VP before in game number 1. They're under pressure to go out and isolate. Now, yeah, there goes he. We're in with the overgrowth. He fire strikes in the corner, but there's no way to hide. The dust actually revealed him inside the sandstorm.
Radiant's middle tower.
He tried to move himself to the trees where it's safe. Meanwhile, in the middle lane, there's a big push coming out. 4 heroes from MVP trying to get rid of this. Now, they bring in NS. He frost armors up tower. Now, MVP obviously hates this, but there's a full army of conversions. They're still pumping out a lot of damage to the tower. Now, the army is gone, and they got him back up. They made new NS. He's up a long way there, again being picked off. Similar to the Rage King moment during game number 1, and now they're coming in deeper. For Rev, he's searching for Illidan. The jump down coming out from the Ember Spirit gets the Searing Chains over Illidan. Shallow Graves, he got it off in time. Now the movement region, he doesn't have mana for a Black Hole at the moment. This is a major problem for him, but look at the damage. It's actually Illidan running himself away. Living Armor will protect him for the moment. But this mid-tier 1 tower is still the objective for MVP, and now this weave, that's nice. MVP's going to back up here. This weave is going to shred them up. Smile makes his movement in. Wall Stomp for Rev, they attack him from the front side with the Raze and the heal. Now your Black Hole over on the side. He got jumped as well as Illidan, but they can't kill anybody here. It's just a holding mechanism, not a killing mechanism. And the Weave, they're a negative 15 armor here. MVP, they could not hide in this one. March is out, Heen is out as well, but MVP, they claimed a tier 1 tower in the middle lane, but they lost 3 for 1.
Yeah, chasing way too deep. They were chasing towards the tier 2 tower for a Dazzle, which, I mean, sure, it's a carry Dazzle of sorts, but as soon as you see the Stampede and he's graved up, it's time to go back because the tier 1 was still alive. We saw multiple TP coming in, and Illidan not only surviving, he was able to drop a weave on their way back. And they actually get the mid-tier 1, that would be huge.
They will. There's nothing here of MVP that can stop them. Like when that Black Hole was used to it, that was one of the weirdest things. Like MVP in the last game, they were really good at getting their combos off when they grouped up.
Yes.
In that one, it kind of felt like, hey, we can kill off a Dazzle. Let's go and kill him. Let's kill him, and then we can take the tower. And it was like, wait, are we fighting this one? I don't know if we're fighting this one. You Black Hole through a tree line when you Fog of Ward up as well. That was one of those moments where you're like, okay, MVP, the focus slipped.
Yeah. And also, the difference in this game so far is that MVP are trying to do a lot, but they don't have the items to back them up. Last game, they were taking team fights when they had multiple Blink Daggers, they had the mech on Forev, he was hitting like a truck. This game, they don't have a finish mech, they don't have Blink on Heen. So they really need to slow down. Don't lose any towers.
There's mass TPs on the way in, we got Smile looking for an opening through the rear. He looks at remember, there's actually a double hoof stomp. With the heal, the Lich only will fly out, so going up towards the Brilson back, they're jumping in, he's in already, but Ennis still is underneath the tower, the Ember Spirit comes in, but Lich ulti though is doing heavy work. MVP is going to bounce massively, God picks up a triple kill, an ultra kill with the Raze, and can he actually, he will go down. He will get picked off here by QO. Jotam is on the chase. It is literally 1v1 as the final one. Now he's got Searing Chains back off cooldown. He's got Flame Guard still on cooldown for 12 more seconds though. So QO is not really ready to fight this. There's no bottle charges left and Jotam's gone invis. He can't get the kill. Oh, actually maybe he can. Leechseed's coming off cooldown.
Nah, he's fine.
He can't stop him.
Yeah.
Let him TP.
So essentially that was a 4 for 4 or 4 for 5 because Enigma died twice in that fight. He died, he bought back, and he died again. So, oh, here comes
yeah, they're coming, man. For Jotam, there's the Searing Chains. He's there. The tether down. The dust comes in as well for March. Nicely done. They need more damage. Output, Jotam. Nice. Ooh, the last attack. That Bristleback was also coming in. It's like, yes.
But we see how explosive Virtus Pro could be in that fight, right? Like the tier 1 tower. They fought under it, it didn't matter. Chain Frost, which is melting them apart. Virtus Pro should not underestimate what MVP could do, but likewise, MVP, I think they overestimate twice now. And it was lucky that Ember Spirit picked up a whole bunch of kill in that fight.
Yeah, that could have actually been a lot worse for MVP. The fact that Ember got so much, as you were saying, that means that like he's becoming a little bit more of a powerhouse during the engagements. that's like one of the big primary things as well. This Ember Spirit, he's walking around with Perseverance. I don't know if that's actually a Battle Fury or not.
Most likely.
It's a mech recipe on the Courier. I was wondering if he actually had anywhere near it. Like, we're 13 minutes in.
Yeah.
I know normally with an Ember Spirit, the Battle Fury takes a lot longer to bring up. Is he going to try Searing Chain? No, he's not going to do a Fist Chain. But he can be really careful. You're way too far here. Even with the Wisp in the sidelines, like, Tree's going to come in from the side. He's got ulti available too, so if they want to control both QO as well as March, they can. Centaur ulti, and now Jottam, he's waiting for it. There goes March, and he wants to pull him out again. Tree actually ultimate. Hand stops to relocate, and March, well, there's Urn Charges on him. Ember Spirit's just taking this up. This Flame Guard is really working overtime, and Jottam getting revealed by the dust. MVP, turn back into the fight. He has to double ulti himself over the top to get the kill, while Illidan actually dropping with the Enigma, the SS on the run, double Searing Chain, and look at the damage. God's gonna go down March. The Wisp picked up the double kill. With QO doing the work, Smile, he wants to jump in here. He doesn't have a Blink Dagger. He's 1900 gold. If he dies right now, this is gonna be horrendous for him. He double edged, but it's enough damage. He kills off March. He can buy the Blink Dagger, buy before he gets killed.
Radiant's top tower is under siege.
He's gonna hide in the trees. It's okay.
I mean, but that's a humongously bad fight for Virtus Pro. Kyo, I mean, they had 3 people trying to kill the Wisp. Yep, they couldn't, because Kyo was just burning them apart with that Flame Guard. BKB, the first BKB charge, mind you, was used on Shadow Fiend. It didn't do anything. Before that fight was not happening, as we see Tier 2 being pushed down on the top lane. Before that fight was happening, I was gonna say, oh, Shadow Fiend's gonna get its BKB. There's nothing that MVP's got to deal with that BKB.
The top tower is under siege.
When you pop that BKB at 25% health, Kyo is gonna just right-click you down.
Yep. I'm still going to be feeling that QO is going to be really annoyed about that. Like, if he got those 2 kills and not March, he'd be looking at a full Battle Fury right now. Oh, almost.
I don't think you anymore, man. You just got ganked 3 versus 2 under the Tier 2 tower. You know, you survived. Tail to tail.
Yeah, so you're like, just be happy with what you got kind of thing. Yeah. Could have been worse for you, man. It could have been worse. Now, there's grouping up on the bottom lane. Also, I'm sorry, Script. I'm grabbing control of the camera again. Because the clicking, like, even when he clicks a hero, it doesn't show up.
Oh, here.
And also the zoom feature, I don't think it's also working properly for him. QO, you're a long way out right now.
He's got to relocate back up. He's got to relocate back up.
Okay.
He's also got the mech. He's also got the Blacko. I think he's baiting right now for the team.
Well, Smile comes close, but they need a gem or dust or something. They actually don't have anything. They don't have a reveal. They turn 2 walls over, Sonic found Illidan. He's going to Shallow Grave himself right now. As you know, he's going to stay alive, but he's getting ganked up. Smile, Blink Dagger going to work already. Illidan with the haste rune. I say haste rune is just basically the haste coming out. Where's God? He wanted the Illidan too far away. It affects a little bit on Forever March, but that is it. Searing Chain stops Smile.
Black Hole!
And there it is at the 3, and the ulti coming in. It's just QO in the middle of the Shallow Grave will keep the SF alive, and Illidan means he has to sacrifice himself for this one. He's almost down. Living Armor is keeping him alive. There's 3 heroes down for MVP, but for Rev, he's still on the rampage. There goes the Whisperers. Illidan will go down. John trying to TP out. Cool Spray, 1 attack, and it's almost got him. And it's out by the skin of his teeth, and the relocate. And God, he stopped the farm. He actually stopped the farm. And for Rev's like, well, I'm already on 5 charges right now on my ultimate. I'll be quite happy to take your life. MVP. Forever is getting really damn big, man. And Whisper relocates back over. MVP are looking so strong coming into this game. I'm loving it. 18-19, only 17 minutes in, Lumi.
I mean, that fight was so chaotic. I thought it would have looked very bad.
The rune they got! He got a regeneration rune! Forever goes straight back into full life and mana, and so does March. Sorry, everything is going MVP's way.
That's really messed up. And they're going to try to defend this tower. They know Black Hole's down, but it doesn't. I'm not sure whether the Black Hole actually did a lot. Black Hole got instantly cancelled by the Chain Frost. Good patience here by our Lich player last fight, but it ultimately didn't matter. Illidan staying behind those trees. He's got to be very, very careful. And of course, he doesn't have Blink yet, but once he does have Blink, he's going to add so much more to the team. Virtus Pro has to win this fight here, or they're going to be really trouble.
QO, he's about to jump TP. Smiley goes on March straight away, but he's going on a Wisp. The Lich is already down. They got rid of that Lich straight away. Buyback comes down from the Wisp. He's in pretty deep. The tree only can hold him here. Nice heal from Illidan. A lot of damage on him. While Smile moves over Forever. He's already buffed up. 6 points on the wall pass. Keeps the Cool Spray going. Has to back up a QO. Now Slide and Fist. Searing Chain on Illidan. They're keeping him low. Forever keeping the Cool Spray going as well. God, he's already down. Man, this Bristle back. He's just going through the lineup. Jottam, he's so low on life too. 1 more Cool Spray. 1 second in the tree line. With Relocate has taken back to base where he started out. Where he bought back from. Jotun staying in the trees where it's safe, while Illidan runs up high for Rev and Region as she cut the tree line off with the Midnight Pulse.
Oh, the balls! They found Jotun. They see where he is. Can they
ECP!
actually? They're on chain. No! Oh, miss. Hey, QO, he's dying to the tower. Get out of there.
He's okay.
Okay.
He's okay.
All right.
He's managed to switch to the
Radiant's
aggro.
bottom
March going to earn up on
tower is
bottom
under
left. Now
attack.
QO is going to be fine this. If he tanks this up, it even works better for him because the creep wave will keep pushing into the tier 2 now.
Radiant's
But
bottom
before
tower
that
has
fight broke out,
fallen.
I said Virtus Pro, they have to win that fight. They really did because it was so much resource already expended by MVP. They didn't have Black Hole there. One spot back, and they still won that fight. I think Virtus Pro, they are in a downward spiral.
Yeah.
I'm not sure even Tim Howard could save their game right now. I'm not calling GG yet for Virtus Pro, but it's looking really bad.
You are right, man. Like, Black Hole is now at a point where it's a non-factor.
It's like a mini stun for them.
Yeah.
Use it for a bit. Chain Frost is gonna cancel it, but hey, man, mini stun for a team.
That's it.
Oh,
Smile, he found Heen blinked in right now, and now with a double-edged, Heen just fire strike. Whoa, he didn't get down. He's got Sandstorm back off. They're relocating in. Smile. Oh, he just wanted a quick pick off. Just a wham bam and thank you, man. But he's not going to get out this one. So to jump in, Wiz actually gets the attack in. They brought out a lot of help quickly there by MVP.
Arch is really showing us this game.
Rev is following Roshan.
Yeah,
He's got a halberd, like he's got evasion, he's got nasal goo up at level 4, so he's already getting like the negative armor. He's getting huge amounts of damage. Like he's at Warpath level 5 right now, and he's about to crack it out. Like it's almost, he just needs a little bit more buff up, and he's hitting 300 damage with every single hit. And we're only 20 minutes into the game. It's like giving a rapier to a bristleback.
It's ridiculous. I mean, we were talking about the Warlocks. You know, I was talking a lot about Jakiro and Tidehunter because they really like those heroes. Maybe it's just the Bristleback and the Wisp. Like maybe it is. If you're watching, if you're Liquid, if you're CIS and you make it through.
Oh, Wisp will have to be banned the first set.
Yeah.
Actually, I don't even know if it is just the Wisp and Bristleback, or just a Bristleback by himself.
Yeah.
The way Forev runs this, and the space he seems to be getting during the fights, that's probably the biggest surprising thing. Jotun, I think I still haven't seen Gem. Also, look at Regent's money. He could buy, like, he doesn't have to though,
Well,
because the mech was already picked up. He could buy a Blink Dagger. There's no point for a BKB.
First of all, he's got a Midas. I want to point that out.
Oh, God, man.
Second of all, like I'm gonna just predict Radiance out of nowhere, right? Like if you're gonna go Midas.
Really?
Okay, that's just a joke.
Nah.
That's just a joke.
Yeah.
I think Blink's fine.
Aghanims would be more likely if you're gonna expend that much money on a useless item.
I think Blink is fine. I think BKB is fine. If you want to get a pipe for your team, why not? Like
Actually, Pipe I could go with because then like Lich becomes almost again like a semi non-factor.
yeah. Centaur even, like a lot of his damage gets cut through.
There's the gem for March. I was wondering how long this would take because that tree is really being over aggressive. VP smoke up too. They managed to grab all 5 of them, and they're coming top.
Another item to suggest for Enigma is also Vlats, because the minus armor is going to get counteracted from Shadow Fiend. You have 2 right-click heroes on the front line, melee right-click heroes that could benefit from the lifesteal. So
You got BTs. The push is strong.
look, man, when I say Radiance, I wasn't far off, man. This guy is just he's farming for himself.
Look where he comes. It's like, oh yeah, I got BTs. I'm gonna use these guys. Let's BT bottom lane, boys. If they're gonna push tier 1 tower, which is where VP is setting the trap, they just go. Also, I didn't want to point this one out before, but I want to now. God doesn't have max souls.
Radiant's
He was
bottom
level
tower
14.
is
He was
under
just
attack.
pushing out. He had 28
Dire's
souls when they were
top
approaching
tower
this
is
top
under
lane.
attack.
He's dying so much. You know?
Now, he's 7 for 4 on this.
Dire's structures are fortified.
And they're losing out. They've lost the tier 2 tower on the bottom lane. The TP's coming in and looking for Rev. BKB, SF, he's just trying to man fight this one, but he can't see Heat with the Sandstorm. And now Wisp relocate. It's just gonna Wheeler to the dead S. The series change is there. March in a lot of trouble, however. And now Kiro comes in. He's gonna see if he can get some maybe collateral kill. Smile's waiting for the Blink Dagger to come off. He could jump on for Rev here, and there it is. Actually picking up the Bristleback. That's a big kill. QO, he can't reach Jotun. He's hiding inside the tree line. They'll move back up again, but we've lost 2 for 1. But it's the Bristleback. He was a bigger one to claim here.
Yeah, I think that fight went amazingly well
top
for Virtus
tower
Pro.
is under
They
attack.
fight under the enemy tier 1. They got the tier 1.
Radiant's middle
Shadow
tower
Fiend didn't
is
die
under
for
attack.
once in a fight. So I think if you're a Virtus Pro fan, you're pretty happy with how things are going.
I would be with you on that one, man.
Yeah. The problem
I think the only
for-
thing I'm actually feeling a little bit problematic about for the SF is check out his BKB timing.
Yeah.
And we're 23 minutes into the game.
I mean, it's a downside. Generally, when you get the BKB, you expect to win like 3 fights in a row.
Yep.
And then it accelerates you to the next item, whether it's a Daedalus, the one that he's working on, a Mansazal. But he's bought the BKB and he's died like 3 times. So it's not looking good. Also, if you look at Heen, he's finally got that Blink Dagger. It took him quite a while.
Yep.
But that Blink Dagger means even Shadow Fiend's BKB may not even get activated. Because Blink Burrow Strike's quite instantaneous, and I'm quite worried.
Would you actually look to see the Blink Burrow Strike being prioritized here, or would you look for the Epicenter from the tree line? Because it's already level 2 Epi. Like, he's level 11, 23 minutes in, so it's worthwhile even just ensuring you get the channel.
I think ensuring the channel is probably a little bit more...
Man.
Just a little bit harassed. He's probably got a Spirit out somewhere, so he's not worried at all.
He's actually also got Nagus and the Chrysalis with a Battle Fury, so yeah, I'm pretty sure he's feeling confident.
He's standing. Like, he's
they're coming.
Yeah.
Yep, there's a jump out. It's coming in now. Jot him. This gem is going to reveal him. The Wisp is the one with it, and they trigger the dust as well, so they can 100% see him around the tree line. And now Ember, he actually got a searing change over Illidan 2. They can turn this one into 2 regions. Black Hole's available. TP's coming in. They've got to get rid of Smiley. Horse comes over on March as well as them. Now Illidan, so low on life. The Spider Fist will kill him off. SF joins the fight. The double-edged QO. He only triggers the Aegis C model. They haven't even got themselves a proper kill here. Heen hiding inside of his sandstorm, but the Urn is going to tick him out. And now Ember, he's inside the base. He kills the SF behind the tier 3 tower, while the tier 2 and tier 3 tower is still up for VP. But it's 3 for the price of 1 and an Aegis. And the Black Hole still not being used by Regis.
They might lose track here. There's no more ultimates available for Virtus Pro. They have a Chain Frost left, but when you have big creep waves helping you, and of course that Urn from March is healing everybody back up. Virtus Pro is on the verge of taking a first lane of Rax in the second game. Virtus Pro right now is so scared.
They could lose more here. Like, remember the damage coming out from Farev. This guy has got already such high points of armor. Even Dazzle, when he pulls up the Weave Gun helmet, and they bought back the SF. MVP, they should just back up right now and take this as a victory. And they got to make sure they do. Oh no, is this even a bait? He was late getting out. Illidan comes in. There goes your Weave. Maleficent over on the center on the midnight pulse. Center does not want to be inside that. More than NS! 65 life points. He gets a 6 charge off for Rev. They're going in Timber. 4 staff down by Illidan. Slider Fist. NS off to the side. No crit from him. March actually relocates in to buff up. And he's actually just buffing up for Rev. There's already a win. Actually, goes there. Ember Spirit jumping back to his Spirit for Rev. He's in the fight again. Nice raiders. Lich holding. They have to split now. March relocate. The Lich holding is going to go global right now. QO. Nice hook stop. They move over to Farev. It's just one to the next. The next keeping the cool spray going. But he will go down. Oh, Heen! Epicenter, huge on them as well. It's a double kill though for Smile. He's able to get a secondary Hawk Stomp. The Wisp is back to base right now. I don't know where the Lich holding ended up, but either way, it's now 26 minutes into the game. And MVP, they got caught with basically on the back foot. They got really nailed by VP as they're trying to exit the base. They still got the range racks.
Yeah, I mean, the range racks is not the big prize here. When Shadow Fiend bought back, that was the ticket to go back.
Oh yeah.
You had Enigma that has nothing, and when I say nothing, I mean he has a Midas, a BLT. He's bringing nothing to the table with Black Holes on cooldown.
Yep.
You need a back. They did it back. They handed 4 kills on a silver platter to Virtus Pro. Not only that, Tier 2 is going to get destroyed mid. Virtus Pro is a team that you do not want to underestimate. You give them a lead like that, you give them a comeback advantage like that, they will take it.
Look at Smile. He wants to fight here. He's expecting MVP to be over-aggressive. He's got a double hoof stop right there. If he goes right now, 4-star blink, stop, he only got March. The Heather away should be able to save him right now, and there it goes. Region backed up and stayed further back.
The action from Enigma. If they got double stun there, both of them died.
Yep. And that's actually really good for MVP. They didn't have to buy back the Bristle back, they only lost the tier 2 tower, and because of the time which VP, like they turned around to try and take that fight, they didn't push out the top tower. So they're adding no pressure towards the tier 2s on the outer lanes.
But still though, in that previous team fight that Virtus Pro won, I talked about the 4... Talk about the tier 2 tower. They also got a gem out of that exchange. You can see that the tree is going around the map, dewarding. There's very little vision for MVP right now. And if you're making a comeback, vision is the utmost key in my opinion. So Virtus Pro, I think they are a lot more comfortable despite down that range racks. I think they're okay. Also, Shadow Fiend accelerated into a Daedalus. The game just got a lot more interesting with Virtus Pro winning that one big fight.
I'm really worried about this though for the SF. I was expecting some form of lifesteal though. Like, even just a Helm with a Dominator at this point.
I mean, he could get an X. It's fine.
Yeah. I think he really needs time to get that. Like, the Vladimir is only seemingly going to help him on that front. But it's just because, like, I'm still looking at a long, drawn-out fight up against Farev.
I agree.
And now with like, oh, he's got a full Assault Cuirass, and they're waiting for Roshan. They've got to wait almost 2 minutes for Roshan. This is something where hiding inside the pit, like, potential spawn time doesn't mean spawn time.
I think normally I would want to say that I will get Chrysalis.
Relocate top lane fast.
Is he actually doing that?
He's doing it with QO. They're trying to add pressure towards the outer lanes right now. While they just used relocate, This is gonna be revealed, and VP. Oh, Regent! Wolf Stomp, they got him. They got him. He's down. He's down for the count. And they actually just revealed for Rev. He nasal gooed from the tree line. Jotum was told him. Luckily for him, the haze through, but now Jotum, because the Centaur ultimate plus the Trioli, and God's winding up. For Rev, he turns and he wants to kill off Illidan. Shallow Grave means duo as well as for Rev can't get the kill. Three comes Regent, and there's your hole! God as well as Smile locked here. QO needs more damage. The SF Death Bolty actually hurting MVP Forest Strike. Hole's got him inside the pit. Smile goes for a double edge, but it's all soaked up. The Flame Guard was still there. It's a double kill for QO. Jotum's at the tree line. They need to find him. They see him searing pain. They need to reveal. There goes the Sentry One. They've got the gem back. 4 heroes down for VP. It costs them the buyback from the Enigma, but well worth it because this is now mid-racks. How many buybacks have they got?
How did MVP win that fight? They
Dire's
got
bottom
Enigma
tower
stunned at
is
the
under
beginning. He got
attack.
zapped down immediately, and it was QO getting focused.
They isolated him. That's
Yeah.
all I really feel right now. Like they just isolated where the damage was coming from, and now they come in mid-racks. This is like the first nail in the Virtus Pro coffin. MVP. Are they? I'm wondering how many
Dire's
rares
bottom
have just
tower
been
is
lost
under attack.
from the Dota 2 community. If they take this setup, if they take this match, find themselves one best of 3 from getting into the competition with at this point and rising $10.5 million prize money.
I think no matter what happens from this point on, I think what
Timing me as well. Sorry. They're back to Roshan.
what MVP got, in my opinion, is they just earn a lot of respect in the international Dota community because nobody even counted up to do this well. Not alone take game 1 and possibly game 2.
I wasn't expecting it at all. Like,
Yeah.
I was sitting here going, man, this is the way these guys should
It'll be
able to
easy,
win.
right? Virtus Pro Duo easy.
Yeah, but you look at the history of MVP. Like I was saying it before, they've won
Roshan
like
has
in the
fallen
last
to
I
the
think
Dire.
6 months. They've won 1 game against a foreign team. 1 game, and that was like 6 days ago against a no-name Indonesian team. That was it. And now they come on up against VP. Like these Russian players, the history of these guys, they've been around since the very early
Forever.
days of Dota 1.
Forever,
You
yeah.
actually have a TI champion in the VP lineup.
Yep.
Smile, formerly of Na'Vi. He's in here as well, and he's facing down like a very like Korean-loaded barrel of like elimination.
Here's the thing though, like despite how much MVP is leading, and if you want to look at the goal graph, you know, 10,000 goal lead, 75
It's not
experience.
shabby.
We're prone to making mistakes.
That's true.
Like we've seen mistakes in the series already, so I don't want to count Virtus Pro out yet. They have the
The mistake
experience.
is happening right now. Forever is way too far up at the moment. If they have any form of detection or sentry ward here,
Do you want to go onto him though? He's got evasion, he's got AC, he's got
Dire's
a mech.
top tower
that's true.
is
That's a good,
under
very
attack.
good point.
I think if you throw all your spells on Forever, you automatically lose a fight. I think that's a conundrum that Virtus Pro's in right now.
I'm actually interested to see, like, I know the evasion's great for him, but the funny thing is, like, until the BKB, actually, that's a 4-second
Yeah,
BKB.
it's a 4-second BKB. Like,
I
it's
was
a perfect item choice.
I think that Heaven's Halberd shouldn't really work, should it? Wait, only 4 seconds on the BKB, maybe it will work. There's... What's up with the cliff? Forev's in close, and where is it? Slider Fist. Smile! He got Maleficent stunned up the second he jumped in. If they can control the Centaur right now, they got themselves killed. Forev, he's already up to 6 stacks on the warpath. Ooh, that could have just been very, very brutal for VP. 1 fight will lose this for VP right now.
Virtus Pro just lost a lot of their weapons. They don't have Stampede, they don't have the Weave anymore. Should MVP choose to wait it out? And I think they should. Wait out a little bit of it, and then you go back in.
I'm watching that weave timing, man. It cripples them during that tier 1 fight, and
Oh,
they got
no,
a searing
geez.
chain on God. He's down to 2/3 of his life points right now. The Enigma conversions are beating in, and the mid tower's already being like the mid lane's already pushed in. That's the super seismic creeps coming in there. God's coming in close, and look at Forev.
Radiant
March has actually
structures
injured
are
himself
fortified.
purposefully, so when Forev takes damage, he straight to the bottle charges. And now Forev finally taking some damage, and the tier 3 tower, they're just man-boning him.
Radiant's
There's your weave
bottom
already, but
tower
look at
has
Forev.
fallen.
He's in close to 4-star into the Burrow Strike, the Shallow Grave from Illidan. There may be a saving grace right now, but Regent!
Black
Oh,
hole!
get the hole in! He's holding God there! He's gone! Gotham is gone too! They're going in deep! I think VP! Here comes God, they're coming back out again! NS Searing Chains Duo! He's still got Aegis and the Immortal! They're gonna turn and find this one! More conversions! Can they take the rags? QO's backing up, but look where March is. He's deep inside. Relocate 5 seconds, and there goes the big. He headed himself to freedom, and an ultra kill for QO. Cleaving his way to victory, and GG! The Russians are out. Virtus Pro eliminated by the Koreans. They win it when it counts. MVP are through the first round. 38-30, 2-0, a clean sweep for the first game of the International 4. GG.
What a huge win, not only for MVP Phoenix, but for that region of the world.
Oh man, this is actually huge for Korea. Just as like a nation, they're sitting there going, we're trying, we're building an industry.